Hey miners, today we're going to be talking about SRB miner, but before that, here's a word from our sponsor. Crypto Miner Bros, one of the most well-known ASIC resellers in the industry, is celebrating their 5-year anniversary between August 10th and the 19th. You can win many prizes such as a KS0 as well as an S19 etc, and there are several other prizes. Now you need to follow and retweet them on Twitter, as well as complete the Gleam link down below, where you can have up to 4 ways to enter. Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about the SRB miner version 2.3 or 2.3.2, and there was this performance improvement on the algorithm of Dynex by adding the parameter dash dash GPU dash Dynex dash R for performance tuning. Now they do in down here they do quote that this could also lead to increased number of stale shares, depending upon your GPUs and all this other stuff, right? It could be you could have a bunch of stales. So what I'm gonna do is I was figured, let's go ahead and try this out and let's see. We'll put this on one of my 6700 XT rigs, and we will leave it on there for 1 week and then come back, revisit it, see how many stales or rejected shares I get and stuff like that, and see if this Dynex-R is worth it. We're over here at my farm, and no surprise, I don't have everything on. There's actually about like probably 4 or 5 octo miners I still don't have on. But this is probably like a good 65% of my farm is on. And as you can see, I am mining Dynex because it's most profitable, and I am just selling. I'm not holding, so I am just flat out selling this on a weekly basis. So let's go ahead and let's do one of my hellhounds. So these are my power color hellhounds that I have. These are my overclocks that I'm using currently on this, if you guys want to copy it. I did get these overclocks from Yeti. I was using some slightly higher core clocks, but these are a little more efficient, so I'm sticking with this. So thank you to Mr. Yeti for the overclocks. All right, so we need to go into our flight sheet, and we need to go to edit, and we need to go to setup miner config. So the command we need is dash dash GPU dash Dynex dash R. This is almost this reminds me of the R mode for Team Red. So let's go ahead. Let's Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply these changes, and I'm gonna completely reboot the rig, so I just get a nice, just complete start over of this rig. So let's go ahead and let's start over here. So when that rig reboots, we're going to be going into the miner, and we're going to be checking for, are we getting stale shares? Are we getting rejected shares? As well as, did we get increased hash rate, right? Because this is about what we're getting across my 6700s. This is about 23.55658, 52. That's typically what these rigs are producing. All right, we have SRB miner coming on right now, and it's loading the files and stuff like that. So let's see what happens live here. What if this tunes it properly? What's it doing? All this other stuff. All right, we got the GPUs loaded. So far, everything's loaded up properly with all the initialization and all the chips and stuff like that. So nothing crazy out of the ordinary yet. But let's let it build up and let's see what happens. Let's let it sit for a few minutes, and let's see if did I get any increased hash rate? You know what I mean? Or am I at the same hash rate? Or do we get some more rejected shares and other stuff like that? So let's go ahead and let's see what happens here. We haven't really seen the improvement yet, but I was reading the Dynex thing here, and it says 1 for min for 1 and 16 for max. So we're going to change this here, and we're going to add 16 to the flight sheet. We're going to update this. We're going to click OK. All right, guys. So I've tried the GPU Dynex R with 16, and so far we have not gotten an improvement in hash rate. We've actually done worse. So we didn't get any improvement with the 16. So we're going to be changing it from 16 to 1. And I just want to test this just to see what that does, because maybe this whole video is just going to be a whole test here, a bork, as you would say, that this feature doesn't even work properly, which, okay, guys, so I changed the value in the Dynex-R with 16, which I think is the lowest number, to 1. And so far, we are getting a little bit of a bump in hash rate. Not quite, not quite 10%. Or it might be 10%. Let's see here. We're back here at the old farm here, and it looks like we are getting a little bit of a bump. It's not a huge amount. It's a little bit. In the miner, though, we're getting 23.87. But look what we just got. We just got another, we just had a rejected share in here, which it did warn us of this. I'm gonna wait for the miner to bump up the total hash rate here in just 1 minute, because I want to see what our overall hash rate is. So it says we're at 23.82 in there. So we are doing a little bit higher, but so far we did get one rejected share or invalid share. So, but we just got another accepted share. So I'm gonna run this for 1 week and give this a test, because we are getting we're getting a little bit of a bump, right? Without even changing our overclocks. This is just using just a command here. So we're getting about 0.18, 180 hashes. Well, because this is in kilohashes, so we're getting 180 more hashes on this exact same rig, right? This rig does not have it down here, and this one does. So once again, the command is over here. It is --GPU Dynex -R. And so far I have found that 1 is the most powerful one. So I tried 16 and then I tried 1. So 1 seems to give me the best results. So something's coming up in the near future. I did just get the E10 back to my house from Florida. So stay tuned for that video. Probably tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to shoot it and I'm going to unbox it, see if I incurred any more shipping damage, as well as, does this thing even turn on? Will this thing even boot? Who knows? It's a prototype for Octominer, so I'm curious to see, will this thing even turn on? The shipping damage isn't too bad, so it should still be functional unless I incurred more shipping damage between Florida and Arizona, which could make it not operable, but we'll have to find out. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. All right, guys, this is the Money King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.